My name is Anne-Catherine Jessing, and I'm a certified midwife and a current graduate student at Aarhus University. I have been involved in activism and conversations regarding the ongoing conflict between the midwife and the government most recently. I published an article in the news media Politiken regarding my reasons for leaving the midwife profession, which I dedicated years of my life to. The midwifery program is very prestigious in Denmark, and it takes high grades to get in. This also means that the level of education is high, with a lot to learn, both in the school and in the internships. But you're too busy focusing on the core values of the midwifery field, so you don't experience the working conditions in the same way when you're out there. When you graduate, the vast majority gets jobs at the maternity ward, and here the reality is long, stressful shifts with no breaks, governmental cutbacks, overtime, and low pay. My reasons for leaving the profession were that in my 4.5 years as a midwife, I have witnessed inappropriate governmental cutbacks in the labor and maternity wards around Denmark, which have had and continues to have major consequences for the mothers and the families, and of course the midwives. One of the main problems is that it feels like all these decisions are made without even consulting the midwives, and it often feels as if a birth is only important to whom a birth is concerned and nobody else. Another aspect that reflects the governmental lack of recognition of midwives' work is our paycheck. As midwives, we are on the front line, night and day, weekends and holidays, away from our families. For that, we are paid with a salary that makes us dependent on our partner's income. A salary that can in no way be compared to the area of responsibility and tasks that a midwife has. But our activism is not only about the salary. It's not about wanting to drag other professions down the pay scale. What we want is to focus on equality within the medical professions, and to feel that we're taken seriously by the government. And by seriously, I mean listen to when we say that the cutbacks have been hurting the fundamental process of starting a family, and stop making midwives run faster, because we'll do it for the families, but only for some time, until we leave the labor ward. Because with those working conditions, we aren't able to provide the families with the necessary care that they need. And as I said, I'm no longer active in the hospital as a midwife, as I can no longer accept these terms. We have accepted these circumstances at the hospitals too long, because the midwives will do anything they can to ensure the governmental cutbacks won't affect the families. But we will not accept those working conditions anymore, and we will not accept that we must apologize to the families on the behalf of the hospital for our inability anymore. So the year of 2020 was the WHO's International Year of Midwives, but we plan to make the year 2021 the year in which the Danish midwives finally will get the recognition and the working conditions they deserve, so the families will be provided with the care that they need, so they can build a strong foundation for themselves. Thank you for listening.